Hi, this is Tara Omatosho with Inspire into Action. Today we have Johnetta Howard. How are you doing, Johnetta?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Janetta's here to talk about us, tell us about her being an author and a speaker. Could you tell the listeners more about who you are and what it is that you do?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am Johnetta Howard. I am an author, speaker, and purity teacher. And what that means is I teach parents how to talk to their kids about sex. And so that's what I do.
Okay. So what book did you write? Do you have a copy of your book
Yes,
there?
I do. I've written my first book. It's called Where Does Jesus Live? Can you see it okay?
Yeah.
And on the front of it is my son Luke, and it the book was inspired by questions that my 3-year-old had about Jesus. He wanted to know why he couldn't see him and touch him, and all that, and where he was. And so I wrote a book to answer his questions about where Jesus lives.
Wow, wow. I guess you just decided that other kids may have those same questions, so you went ahead and published it?
Yes, I did. Yes, I
Okay.
know that a lot of little kids, they if they can't see it, it's hard for them to understand. And so the
Mhm.
book really breaks it down and explains to them that he is very real. And
Right.
although that you can't see him, you can feel him, you can hear him, talking to you, and he's a very real person.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. No, you're right. I mean, I explain to my kids when you see the air blowing or you see nature, or you see the trees, or you see babies, or you see his works, that's when
Or when
that's
you look at
him.
yourself,
Yeah,
you can actually
exactly.
see yourself. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And so tell us more about what inspired you to become a purity teacher.
Based on my background growing up, my mom and dad were married, and then suddenly, like when I was 9, my family was destroyed. I didn't know why at the time, but now I know it was due to, in large part, due to perversion.
Hmm.
And so once I discovered all that, it's just like I've been on the purity bandwagon because purity protects families and protects children. And so that's why I
So
want to.
break it down for us a little bit. What is I know what perversion is, you know what perversion is, but someone that's watching this video may not know what perversion is. What classifies itself as perversion?
Well, I think we all know what we have an idea. We may not know that word, but
Hmm.
we know molestation, we know rape, we know pornography, we know incest, we know adultery, we know cheating, and all that kind of stuff is perversion.
Hmm.
Anything that goes against the original intent that God had for sex and sexuality, homosexuality. Is another thing, that we're very well familiar with, and all of that is under perversion. Even premarital sex
Hmm.
under perversion, because you're taking the gift that God has given us, which is sex, and you're using it outside the covenant of a marriage between a man and a woman, and
Yeah,
anything outside of that would be perversion.
yeah, yeah. Just wanted to make sure the audience understood where you were coming from.
Yes.
So, in regards to being in business, for the length of time that you've been in business, what are some challenges that you have experienced and how have you overcome those? Or if you don't like the word challenges, some people just don't like the word challenges. What are some learning experiences that you could share with the audience on things that you maybe have happened to you and they can learn from and not repeat it?
Oh yeah, I'm comfortable with that word challenges. I've had many. Being a first time author, when I wrote the book, I wrote it in like 5 minutes. It just came, it flowed right out, and I thought, wow, I wrote the book. But then my challenge after that was, okay, I have this book written down in my computer. How do I get it from my computer into book form? And so I
Mhm.
had to, find a publisher and go through the editing process, and you know, you will have to spend money on
Mhm.
taking on making the book a reality and everything like that. So just not really knowing exactly what to do. And then also I procrastinated from the time that I wrote the book to the time that I actually called the publisher, because I just like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
So those are some of the challenges I had in the very beginning.
Mm. So procrastination, yeah, that's a big one because usually sets in because of fear or doubt. You know, if you don't get it out there, those things can set in. They can cripple you and make you not start to act. So it's good that you continue on with your book and you got it out there and you got it published.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll be doing more.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll be looking forward to it. In regards to being an entrepreneur and having your own business, what are three skills that you think is important for today's entrepreneur to have in order to be successful in business?
Um, well, I think that you definitely need to do your research
Mm.
first. Um, because I went to school for business and marketing. I got my bachelor's in that and my master's in health systems management. And I thought I had a good understanding of business, but entrepreneurship is a whole another ball game, and that does fall under business. But what I studied, I didn't study entrepreneurship, so I had to really learn how to set up the LLC. What do I need to do tax wise, like all the stuff that I need to budget out to even make anything happen, because it does take money and you have to, budget, set aside money in order to accomplish these things. So there was a lot of things that I had to kind of learn by doing. If I could do it over, I would do a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
With the publishing was a huge thing. Like, do you want to go to a print on demand, a big publisher, or you want to self-publish? Next time I'm going to definitely self-publish.
Mm-hmm.
Printing, where do you print your books for the cheapest amount of money and the best quality? So all these things I'm learning, had to learn by doing.
Mm. So you would be a good resource for those that are maybe stepping out for their first time to write their book on what to do and what not to do.
Yes, myself, and I also have sought out mentors, people that are bestsellers that have written many, many, many books, even published books. And so I would suggest going on social media or asking around. You can find just about anything you want if you look at Google, and just start following these people and learning how they did what they did to be successful.
Okay, so research, finding a mentor, anything else that you think that qualifies to be a good entrepreneur?
Just really having a vision. What do you want to do? Some people have a lot of ideas. I have like ideas every second of the day. I just sit there and think, but you can only really you have to have a focus and a drive and a vision, and you really have to hear from God on what He wants you to do at the particular moments. There's something that He wants you to do right now that takes priority over all the other ideas you may have. So there's something He wants you to do first. So really seeking God and hearing from Him on, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to do it? He'll give you instructions on how to carry it out.
Most definitely, most definitely. So in regards to carrying it out, since we're talking about carrying out, what are three action steps that you can tell people if you want to become an author tomorrow or they want to become a speaker tomorrow? What are three things that you could suggest to them that they do to start?
Well, I mean, get an accountability partner. I know when I had written the book, and then I told someone about it, and she kept me accountable. Like, she's like, okay, so you wrote it. Like, did you research publishers? Have you called yet? Have you made the phone call? Like, every week she would follow up, and I couldn't come back to her and say, oh, wait, I haven't done that. So you need to have somebody that's going to hold you accountable with getting the things done that you said you were going to do. If you want to be an author, authors have to write. So you have to write like every day, good or bad, like no matter how you're feeling, you got to write. You got to get this stuff out of your mind and onto paper,
right?
And that's what you have to do. And then, so we said accountability, writing. What else could you do? Just don't give up. Be consistent. Be consistent. There's going to be challenges that you'll face, family challenges, just life. Don't give up on your dream. If you want to see it happen, you have to keep going.
Yeah. You could have given up. I think, weren't you, because you have how many children?
3.
And how many children did you have when you were writing the book?
I had 2. So I was actually Pregnant. Yeah, I was pregnant when I wrote this book.
Yeah. And you could have given up. You could have said, I'm pregnant. This is not a good time right now. Let me just put it off. And it's good that you didn't. Yeah.
So I gave birth to two babies at the same time, my book and my baby, because I was in the hospital.
Oh,
I was literally in the hospital when my book came out.
oh wow.
It was Christmas week, and my book came out, and I had baby, and I was still working.
Yeah. Hey, don't let the baby shout to stop the show.
Right. I'm doing this for them, for their future,
Yeah.
and so to leave a legacy for them. So they're really my motivation.
Yeah, that's really good. So, Johnetta, if someone wants to get in contact with you, or do you have any upcoming events? Can you share with us your contact information?
Yes, I will tell you about my event first. It is called the ABCs of Purity, and it is a free parent workshop. And I will be teaching parents how to talk to their kids about sex and purity. So I'm
Wow.
really excited about it, and it's going to be on Sunday, October 9th. So it's coming up really soon, and it's from 2 to 4 p.m., and it'll be at the Perry Hall Library near White Marsh.
Maryland.
And so I can be, yes, in Maryland, because I know we're worldwide, Tara. I know we're worldwide. But yeah, so we're talking about Maryland, but I can be reached on my Facebook, Instagram, Johnetta Howard, Periscope, Johnetta Howard. That's how people can reach me. My website is JonettaHoward.com.
All right. So at this purity seminar, you're going to be talking with parents of all age groups, or is it any particular age that your kids have to fall in line with?
Well, I know that Satan tries to attack kids when they're very young. So I really want, a lot of parents try to wait until their kids are teenagers to talk about sex. That's way too late. So I want the parents of the babies. I really like my kids' age. Like I have 3 kids that are all 5 and under. Start talking to them. So the parents of younger kids as well as older kids, because if you haven't yet started, it's not too late. You just need to start. So parents of all ages come.
All right, great.
Come and get the information.
Great. That's exciting. So I thank you for taking this time out your schedule to talk to me about your book and your event that's coming up. I know that it will be a successful event, and I wish you the best.
Thank you. I wanted to add to register for the event. You can go on Eventbrite, and you can search it by ABCs of Purity, and it should come right up, and you can register.
Okay, all right. So register, go to Eventbrite, and make sure you fill out the information and show up and support Johnetta in her effort.
Yes.
And learn something at the same time.
Yes. Let's learn so we can help our children be pure.
Yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.